Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Let's Play Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition Remastered, Unremastered, Audio Remastered, though. We are on a brand new day. I've had a rest, and maybe I won't be as salty today, but I don't know. There are certain aspects of the game that have been a little bit annoying, but then like there's other aspects that I love to death, and then there's issues with the remaster itself, but that's not actually a problem because you can just turn it off, so, you know. Anyway, we are on mission upstairs, downstairs. And I was looking into some of the books for the game, and by looking into, I mean to watch the video.
I can't access the ship's schematics. My records indicate that a shuttle bay should be here.
Ah, thank you. I like how they're giving you waypoints now. The devs are like, alright, just give them a waypoint. But yeah, I was looking into some, a video that a guy that read all the books and then just gave a small little baby synopsis of everything, and it seems like really the first books that came out until, I think it was the first 6 books, maybe the first 9, but the first 6 were all from Halo 1 to Halo 3, the Fall of Reach, and then it goes on to like the end of Halo 3, in terms of when they release. And none of them are particularly interesting, apparently, which is even funnier to me. So, I don't know. But then there's a couple ones. There's a trilogy about Guilty Spark.
The Flood are gathering bodies here.
Ooh, I could really use that shotgun. Thank you. Say point blanks made with a shotgun. Blah, blah. There's a series about Guilty Spark, who apparently was like a human 100,000 years ago, and he's been encased into this machine as an AI and gone crazy over a period of time. And then there's another book that, you know, brings him back, brings his humanity back. He doesn't actually become a human, but that sounds interesting. Guilty Spark is a good character, I think. His betrayal seems innocent enough. It doesn't seem necessarily like he's a bad enemy or anything, like he's doing bad shit by making you try and wipe out humanity, but at this point, he's not really thinking with humanity in mind. He's just thinking logically like a computer would, right? But the fact that he used to be human over 100,000 years ago does make it a little bit more interesting and morally gray, I guess. But the issue with the Halo series as a whole, I think, story-wise, is the fact that it doesn't know if it wants to be depressing or if it wants to be a badass shooter, right? As I blow up. Thanks, game. The salt is real. No, I'm not salty. Yeah, I mean, like, think of Devil May Cry, for example, where Devil May Cry kind of, in the first game, is a little bit more brooding, a little bit more, I guess, edgy, without the main character really being considered cool. I mean, he's cool for the sake of being cool. Oh god, I'm gonna die from that. He's cool for the sake of being cool, right? Dante, badass. But, like, it doesn't have as many whimsical, cheesy moments. I think there's a few in there, but not nearly to the extent of, say, Devil May Cry 3. We ignored Devil May Cry 2 because that one was just a shit show mess of a video game and story and plot. But look at Devil May Cry 3, and then they just went balls to the wall crazy with it. They were like, hey, we're gonna go all in on this character being full of himself, and he knows it. Like, he's cool and he thinks he's cool, which inherently makes him such a doofus and a dork, but they ham it up to the point of where that is now what Devil May Cry is. Also, can we go in these? You sure can't. That would've been nice. And then you take Halo as a franchise, and in the first game, Master Chief is kind of like, he's not really quippy, but he's not also silent, right? And he also has a purpose to what he's trying to do. He has a goal, he's gonna go do that goal. He is the player character, therefore, any objectives you give him, those are his objectives, right? He will have like little funny lines like, don't get any funny ideas now that you're in my helmet, to Cortana and stuff like that. He has a bit of character to him, right? Also, I just fell down here, which might get me killed. Shit. And later throughout the series, you'll see that they start making him more of like a character that was abused when he was younger, but humanity is still like the ultimate force, and humanity is always right. And this is an issue with the book Fall of Reach, which follows Master Chief before this game, leading up to who he is, where he's like this child soldier, essentially. You know, Metal Gear Solid tackles this, not really with grace either, but at least it has more fun with the idea that the child soldier later becomes a goddamn cyborg ninja and plays it up to the fact that it is a depressed cyborg ninja child soldier that's given up his humanity. And he's trying to reclaim that humanity in some way from a genome, like a genetically modified genome human being, right? That may or may not have been born from like a tube. Like, I don't know, it's interesting. It's like, I don't know, when your game is black and white, like Halo is very black and white from beginning to end. At least Halo, this game is very black and white. The Covenant are evil, the Flood is evil, the evil is evil, everyone is bad, right? With no real context given to any characters. And I think Halo 2 does seek to rectify that problem. God, I'm just being mauled. Somewhat. I'm curious to see how Halo 2 tackles it. Because I think ODST does a great job of having a bit of humanity in there, but also having a bit of, like, alien interactions and stuff like that. Although it does still treat the Covenant as the big bad overall. So, I don't know. Or not the Covenant. I think there's a different group of people that I will not say, in case you're just watching from this beginning series. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, at the same time, as much as I'm saying a lot of stuff from, like, the extended universe lore, I want to get some dialogue
Looks like
here.
another shuttle bay. We should be able to reach the control room from the 3rd level.
As we're looking into...
He's delirious! In pain, we have to find him!
Game is like, we're ramping things up. Oh, hello. Shit. Alright, you know what? Maybe we can get a run on here. As much as I'm talking about extended universe lore, the biggest issue here, and this is the same with movies, the extended universe is great and all for someone that is a big fan of the series, but it does not help the actual game story itself. It does not change the fact that the game explains nothing. And that is where a lot of faults happen in a series, right? When you decide that every part of your lore, every part of your universe shouldn't be in the mainline product and instead be entirely in the novel or in extended universe content, being TV shows, novels, comic books, etc. And you run this weird line of like, oh, we don't need to write a story anymore because, well, it's just all an extended universe, and who cares unless you're a big fan of the universe, right? And I think that's a huge issue, not only in video games, but also in movies.
This way.
Anyway, it's also, like, you can get into the idea of, like, talking about, say, part 2s and part 3s and sequels, right? A sequel, in all intents and purposes, requires you to watch the first movie, right? And now, in a lot of video games, developers are, like, foregoing writing a number on their game because they're scared that people aren't going to want to play it because they haven't played the original titles. The Captain.
The Captain! His vitals are fading! Please, Chief, hurry!
And so now you start running into issues where developers are like, well, we want new players to play the new game, but then they'll be lost. I'm going to die here. But then they'll be lost. So we need to write a really quick synopsis of what happened in the previous game, spoiling immediately what happened. So if you were to go back to the previous game, it would be like an absolute disaster for you because you're like, oh, I know all the endings. I know the secrets. I know the twists, the turns, the most important crap, right? Uh-oh. God damn, shotgun's so good in this game. Oh, hello. And then also you're not fully attached to those characters as someone that would be if they played the first game, right? And it kind of falls along the line of like, well, should sequels really cater to those that have not played the original content? But then you start getting back into that same loop of, well, if you read the novels, you'd know more about XYZ character. And it's like, well, if you watched the previous game or played the previous game, you'd know more about XYZ character. And is that the fault of the game? Is that the fault of the story? Or is that the fault of the viewer, the consumer? You run this weird line of like what is actually the right or wrong way to do it, and I think even now today no one really knows. Just look at Last of Us 2. There's certain things that happen to certain characters that like you wouldn't give a fuck if you've only played Last of Us 2, right? So I don't know, it's an interesting world we live in where it's like, how do you write? How do you write this?
No human life signs detected. The captain, he's one of them. We can't let the flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect. What he'd want us to do. It's done. I have the code. We should go.
God damn.
Back to the Pillar of Honor.
God damn.
Let's go back to the shuttle bay and find a ride.
Alright, I will say that the remastered version of this looks good, but why are there other faces? I guess because they absorbed the whole team? I always took it as it's just Captain Keyes in there. And because he's a captain, they decided to do like maybe the ultimate insanity thing. Are we stuck here? I might die. I'm probably gonna die. Shit. Yeah. I think we're supposed to stay here until like a certain thing.
Let's go back to the shuttle bay and find a ride.
Oh, okay. Go back to the shuttle bay? Oh shit! Oh my god! All the boys are here today. They've all come out to play. I don't like it. I want their big like Scion cannon things. Oh, hell yeah. Give me the health pack. Thank you. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, no, I just love talking about this stuff because it's interesting when we go into the story of, like, game lore, movie lore, novel lore. Does it actually matter in the grand scheme of things? And usually the answer is probably not. Did I just get stickied? I might have, but I might just die from normal bullets. Like, I don't know. I find it fascinating, personally. Okay, what are we supposed to do here? Cortana. We're in the shuttle bay. Oh, these guys are landing? You guys fucked up. Gimme. Later.
Perfect. Grab one of the escort banshees and we'll use it to return to the Pillar of Honor.
That was easier than expected. They got me with a sticky? Impenetrable banshee. The Maw. I like how you get an achievement for just completing the chapters. I could never see myself doing this on Legendary. I would need like a group of people. And the horse you rode on. This is a good chapter. This is a nice finale to the game.
We'll hold.
We're not gonna make it!
We'll make it.
Pull up! Pull up! You did that on purpose, didn't you?
You see what I mean? Like, the chief is cheeky in this game, man.
We
He
need
just
to
messes
get to the
with
bridge.
Cortana.
From there, we can use the captain's neural implants to initiate an overload of the ship's fusion engines. The explosion should damage enough systems below it to destroy the ring.
Alright, this is another thing I think the remaster does well. Because they're able to take a lot of the advancements of technology. I think this was an Xbox 360 title. They were able to at least make a lot of the backdrops look really nice. This is really good touch. Good job, guys. Actually, honestly, this is the first time I can say that they've started to really focus on what the atmosphere is supposed to be like. That looks really good. Also, hi. Do I have a shotgun at least? Nope. Yeah, I think they actually are starting to pick up on, hey, maybe we should focus a little bit more on our lighting. Still, this part, though, I still don't like how lit this is, but it was actually kind of lit here anyway, so... You know what it is? There's red lights in this one. There were red lights but there were no red lights in the other tunnels. And I think they forgot to turn the lights off in the other tunnels. I bet you they just copy-pasted and didn't think about it. Or didn't think to care. Good, that guy has a shotgun. Hell yeah. We are kind of shit on... Hey, you can't just despawn the gun like that? Come on. Really? Oh, man. That guy straight up had a shotgun, too. I need one. I require it. Oh, hey, look, we get to... Oh, shit. I was gonna say, we get to bash the door, but without a tutorial. Y'all just killing each other in there? Alright, at least we're getting some ammo. Hi. You got a pistol? Oh, there we go. Shotgun. Thank you. Not the biggest fan of the assault rifle against the Flood. I think against Covenant it's fine. But, oh god. Against the Covenant and against these little juicy boys. Hey, where'd you come from? It's usually pretty good. Consistently, though, throughout the entire game, soundtrack has been great. And at least the pacing has, like, really picked itself back up. Oh, shit! We got hunters in here now? Oh, yeah, we got peons. I guess they would have, like, invaded the entire ship. It's just interesting that they boarded the ship with, like, elite troops. I guess that makes sense, though. Hello! Oh, give me the balls. Oh, no, no, no. Thank you. Alright, I'm not quite sure what happened there. I think there was another enemy. I think there was another enemy with a Gauss cannon, whatever you call them. Hey, nice. You want to give me that shotgun? It despawned already. Hey! Alright, you have a shotgun at least. Thank you. Nice, you have a shotgun too. Oh god. Well, it's not particularly nice, but if you shoot them before they shoot you, then generally you're okay. Looks like I didn't need help this time, that's good. Oh shit, hunters! Later! Oh god, hey, no, my beef is not with the hunters. Oh my god, look at him. Dude, he's getting lit up. Those guys are going in. Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have killed the hunter, though. I do feel like grenades in this game are always just like way too overpowered. They like insta-kill so many things, including myself. But I guess I get it. It's just, it's sci-fi. You don't think the grenades would just like insta-gib? I don't know. I don't know. Especially with my crazy cool Master Chief tactical power armor. Tactical power armor.
I need you to upload me into the control systems. The terminal is located next to the main view screen.
Yeah, I think they did a good job here. With the remastered visuals.
Home for a few days and look what happens. This won't take long. There. That should give us enough time to make it to a lifeboat and put some distance between ourselves and Halo before the detonation.
I'm afraid that's out of the question, really.
Oh, hell.
Ridiculous! That you would imbue a warship's AI with such a wealth of knowledge? Weren't you worried it might be captured or destroyed?
He's in my data arrays, a local tab.
You can't imagine how exciting this is! To have a record of all of our lost time! Human history, is it? Fascinating. Oh, how I will enjoy every moment of its categorization! To think that you would destroy this installation as well as this record! I am shocked. Almost too shocked for words.
He stopped the self-destruct sequence.
Why do you continue to fight us, Reclaimer? You cannot win! Give us the construct, and I will endeavor to make your death relatively painless and...
At least I still have control over the comm channels.
Where is he?
I'm detecting taps throughout the ship. Sentinels, most likely. As for the monitor, he's in engineering. He must be trying to take the core offline. Even if I could get the countdown restarted, I don't know what to do.
How much firepower would you need to crack one of the engine shields?
Not much. A well-placed grenade, perhaps, but why? Okay, I'm coming with you. Chief, Sentinels!
There's a good bit of comic relief in this game. I really like it. I think they kind of nailed Master Chief. He's not, like, he doesn't come off as a guy that's, like, unhappy. Then again, he probably only is a guy that likes violence, so who knows, right? Again, back to, like, say...
Heavily damaged when it crashed. Head to the cryo chamber. We should be able to get to the engine room through there.
Audio balancing the game's really messed up at this point. Voices are really quiet. But, yeah, back to, like, the fall of Reach. It's like, you'd think that humanity is the bad guy in a situation where, like, Master Chief pulled from his childhood, ripped from the arms of his parents to become a super soldier indoctrinated into the military. But no, by the end of the game, he's like, oh, he's a hero. He did it. What a good guy. What a good guy that Master Chief is. Humanity did it, guys. We're fucking living the dream. Humanity did the right thing. Turned him into a bona fide hero. It's just like no moral grayness whatsoever. So I don't know. Maybe that's just because back in the day when they were just starting the Halo. I mean, this is the first book we're talking about, right? This is before they wanted to really go all in on the universe. I feel like they just dropped the ball there and they're like, you know, it's cool. At least in Warhammer 40,000, it's like, it's the same concept for Space Marines, but they go way more in depth with it, right? We're also talking like the Spartans of like the history, and obviously my character is called a Spartan, but it's just like his Spartan on name alone, and then everything else is just like, yeah, this is what you do. This is what you do. You just kidnap children and turn them into monsters, and then you have them go kill your enemy, and et cetera, and that's actually a good thing. I guess it falls under the concept of don't question anything and just keep walking forward, dummy. You know, it's stuff like that. I don't know. But then again, it's Halo. You don't really expect like a deep story with intricate branching paths and morally gray and strange decision making and stuff like that. They could potentially come to regret. Why am I always... I'm all the way back at the beginning of the game. Or am I actually supposed to go this way? Oh, okay. But I only say these things out of love for the franchise. I do enjoy the franchise a lot. I've played hundreds and hundreds of hours of these games, mostly for a campaign, honestly. But it's interesting to go back in retrospect and point out these flaws and see these flaws within the game and go, oh, there really is a lot of cracks in this armor, right? There is a lot of this stuff that like actually is not properly explained at all. And it's just kind of shoved over into the expanded universe of like, oh, yeah. No, it's more important if you read the book. Like, I just feel like they could have done more. That's all. I do believe in like Halo 3 or 4, there is like codexes, though, you can read that do expand a lot on the lore. And apparently with Halo Infinite coming out, Halo Wars 2 is a huge pivotal part of the storyline there. I really don't know where we're going here. Are we trapped? This game kind of feels like a Source Engine game. I just don't know if it is. I never actually looked at the engine. Oh shit, hello. Perfect. What am I looking for, game? What do you want from me? There's too many lights. I can't developer light my way out of this one. All right, maybe it's just one of the doors down here. But I think I came in this way, didn't I? Perhaps not. Hey, Cortana, you want to tell me where to go? Please? I do feel like this is the right way. I don't know. The fact that we can go right back to the start, though, is weird. Well, I apologize for not knowing where to go at this part, but we're gonna figure it out, I swear. It may just take me a few hours to learn what I'm doing. So I think is the idea that we go up here and then just try and progress towards the core. Oh, maybe this was actually the right way. Okay. Wait, does this imply that there was another Spartan? Is there more than one Spartan on the vessel? Oh god, I just walked right into that. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna hide behind this wall like a true Spartan. Hey, get out of here. This level is also a lot better designed, I feel, than the library, because I feel like I have more of a chance going through these areas, especially the area that we were backtracking on. I know this is another issue of like reused assets, but it can work for a finale. The idea of the end being built into the beginning is always like a classic design for storylines. It all ends where it all began. And I love that type of storytelling, so that's perfectly fine. But like, you can tell what the area... Oh, hey. You can tell what the areas where you're straight up just backtracking through everything. It felt so rushed and unthought out. And the enemy placement is just like, let's just throw infinite enemies at the player. Now, it might get to that point where I feel that way in this part of the game. But for the most part, I feel like the game is being relatively fair. So far in this chapter and the end of the last chapter, the one we were going through the Covenant ship, I feel like the game is being relatively fair. So I'm kind of okay with it. Also, ow. I don't know where I'm going. Just going places. Hey, there we go. Nice. Always a fan of more HP. I hope I'm going the right way, man. I also wonder how Halo 2 handles its navigation. Halo 3 is also kind of similar to this, though. Where it's just like, you just kind of go forward. Although, is there waypoints in that game? Oh, boss fight time. Alright. Oh my god, I'm brain dead. I swear, this is the worst interaction button. I could have changed it forever ago, but I just never did. Oh, wait, do they want me to be using assault rifles? Oh, fuck. They have invisibility? Oh, that's just mean. Oh, shit. Luckily we're in an armory, so. Wait, are we trapped in here? There's another invisible boy in that, that room. Yeah, I don't know. I guess rocket launcher and shotgun is what we're going for. It's so weird that they decided that the right choice is to make it so the flashlight runs out. I really do think that they were going for a horror vibe in this first game. I think that's what their idea was. Okay, so we made it to the armory. We got attacked by invisible boys. And then the door to more invisible dudes is locked. Which, I guess that means that's it? Was that the whole thing there? I guess so. And we got more of that stuff. Did we already go through this? I can't even remember. My brain. Oh. Perfect timing. Light fuse, run away. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to see what you guys think about lore in video games. Should it all be shelved into extended universe content, TV shows, novels, or should it actually be included in the game as part of like the organic storytelling? Like as you go through the cutscenes, as you have the gameplay as you play throughout the game, should the game be also kind of giving this narrative alongside it that like fully expands upon those things that would otherwise be put into novels? Because I'm curious, because like if we go into Destiny, and this is a thing that Bungie seems to really like, if we go into Destiny 1 that has no story like whatsoever, all of that story is just put on, is just shelves onto a website. A lot of people find that not to be very good, and I myself included am there, because it's like, well, how do I get attached to these characters if I have to go somewhere else to experience them, right? And I think that's interesting, because I think the Halo franchise does a lot of that too. Like, sure, you're always with Master Chief, usually, except for like Halo 2, 3. There's certain instances where you're not exactly, but like, I don't know. I feel like they should do more to expand upon this universe. Obviously, this is the first game, so I'm curious again what Halo 2 does to kind of expand upon it and make things make more sense, and expand upon these characters and see where they actually go overall. But I do still feel like Halo ODST is probably the best of the series in terms of like fleshing out characters and explaining what these characters are all about and what they do. So we'll see when we get there. Regardless, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for listening to my madness.